What's up, my friends? How you doing? How's the day treating you? Hopefully it's been good. Let me grab the live stream link and share that in the Discord, and we'll go from there. All right. All right, there we go. That's good. All right, so hellos are in order. What's up, Millmaster, Evo, Jess, Teferi, Kentucky, Zircon, Red, Shelton, Millmaster, Crow, Felonious T, Yamagoro, Eng, Vassal, what is up? What time zone am I in? I am in the Eastern Standard Time Zone. So the live streams start roughly around 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, most of the time. Obviously, earlier in the day streams and random streams happen when they happen, but there tends to be a stream most days in this time frame. Red, who's ready for BloomBro? This guy. I've had more than enough of the thunder junk nonsense, and I'm ready to move into crazy animal land 100%. But we gotta wait, because it's not gonna be until the end of July, beginning of August vibe, right? That's how it goes. Shelton, you're not wrong that it feels too soon for BloomBro, because that's in a month. Pretty much a month and a day from now, right? What up, Bo Falcon? What up, every day? What's going on, Bo, the beef jerky that you sent out went over quite well with Carly. Not the honey one, but the JB brisket stuff. She's like, wow, I really like this. I would get more of this. So you picked a winner there, buddy. She is a fan. Kansuki, your boss got fired today. Apparently he was playing Unwelcome Grab Ass with some others at work. That makes it sound like he was playing Welcome Grab Ass with you at work. It's like he's doing the 2-finger shuffle inside your butt. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? Will BloomBro have a lower power ceiling than most sets? Why would you think that, Yamaguro? Like, honestly, in the current era of Magic the Gathering, why would you think anything would have a lower power ceiling? That's not what they do anymore. No, it's going to be broken nonsense. That's just how they do it. The whole argument being put forth is if a set isn't hyped, then nobody's going to care about it later. So they want their first visit to any world to be super exciting. Wow! And they want the next visit to the world to be even more exciting. So that, in their eyes, necessitates like just cranking power. There is no going backwards. We're never going to return to a sane, normal Magic the Gathering. It is totally just going to be insane power creep and dumb nonsense going forwards. All I can hope for is like proper Magic and Sword style fantasy. That's it. There's no point in holding out for any kind of balance or whatever. Like Wizards of the Coast is so crackheaded that here's how they operate. They go, okay, so we don't want it to be easy for people to leave Magic, so we're gonna make it so standard only like rotates every 3 years, and we're only gonna do bannings once a year. But we're also gonna do the bannings like right before rotation, so we can go, we were gonna do bannings, but a rotation's coming and stuff's gonna rotate. Like, what the fuck is the point of setting a rotation yearly, right? And then setting a banning yearly, and then doing the banning right before the rotation. Like, was this fucking planned? It probably wasn't planned, honestly. They probably just went, we're going to do it once a year, randomly pick the date, and then when it rolled around, they went, well, stuff's going to rotate, right? Like, the it's like they've just decided we don't really want to do bannings at all because they've got different arguments. They'll go, we don't want to ban a card so soon after it's coming out. So what happens to the 3-week window after the set comes out? Oh, it's too soon to know. Or there's some kind of event that's going to happen. There's a Magic tournament going on somewhere, and it wouldn't be fair to the people going to that event if we banned cards. So bannings are going to be rarer and rarer now, it seems. And power levels are just going to spiral to insanity. So doesn't matter. Yeah, my girl, who gives a fuck what you can see, dude? Who gives a shit what you can see? I can't see some animal being whatever. You think they care? Do you think logic fucking matters in Magic right now? Have you not been paying attention? Were you not looking at Markov Manor? Were you not looking at Thunder Junction? What the fuck makes you think that they feel like they have to have any kind of balance? Not just in gameplay, but flavor. What do they care if they make a 9/9 mouse? What are you going to do about it? Fucking cry on the internet? Oh, it doesn't make sense. They don't give a shit. People will buy it. That's all they care about. They care, will people buy this? If the answer is yes, who gives a fuck what you think? That's the reality, bro. That's the reality. Don't expect things to make sense. Don't expect them to be balanced. Expect them to be busted. Busted. Red, you remember when you thought Doomed Traveler was busted? 1 mana for a 1/1 that gives you 1 flyer on death? That's because it was crazy for the day. Now it's nothing. Now it's like, oh, here's a 2/2 that when it dies gives you a 1/1 flyer with lifelink and death touch. And also, when it dies, you incubate 4, gain 7 life, draw 2 cards. It's insane. It's insane. Every day you wonder how much further they can push 1-class creatures. Do a 5/5 for 1. Why not? Why not? We've already got 4 3s for 1 mana in the form of Vexing Devil. Right? It's insane. It's insane. Felonious T, the only issue they're going to ban for is a massive exodus out of a format. And even then, they might just lie and be like, yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. So yeah, there's no reversing. There's no changing this up and going, we've depowered it. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Wizards only cares about extracting every dollar. And it doesn't matter how much damage it does to the game. If they make it super fast, then they can just be like, oh, maybe the YuGiOh players will come and play because they like just basically watching each other jerk off. That's what YuGiOh is. You just sit there for 10 minutes while some guy pulls his dong out and goes off on the first turn and goes, that was a good game, I won. You ready for another? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Kensuke, Worm Coil Engine isn't even that big a deal anymore. Right? Like, seriously. Worm Coil Engine, I feel like, is half-decently weak by today's standards. The stuff they make now is so bonkers. Like, it's so constantly bonkers that they go, let's make a 5/3 for 4, and we'll give it Ward 2, and at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, it'll just generate 2 green for you. So they slap a personalized Eladamri's Vineyard on a 5/3 for 4 and give it Ward 2, and it's not even good enough to see play. That's the state of Magic. That's the state of Magic, bro. Like, I've been around for too long to the point where I look at these cards and go, wow, man, it's going to be awesome. Put it into my deck, and then you go and play, and you just get your ass beat, like, big time, right? Like, that's just how it goes. Eric says, you've been dead for 3 turns by the time you could cast Worm Coil Engine. And if you're playing a deck that can get Worm Coil Engine out faster, guess what? You're going to be better off doing something else. Speaking of better off, 5 people are better off because Crow has gifted 5 Magic Historian memberships. Wait, I didn't know you could do that if you weren't a member yourself. That's tricksiness. You're tricksy, Mr. Crow. All right, well, you are the member lord. You have given shields to Felonious T, Aang, Sum, Chim, and Gerthulu. Oh, look at that. Look at that smile. That's cool. Right on. Right on. Oh, so that's 5 memberships as the crow flies. Nicely done, buddy. Nicely done. Need to play Popper? There's enough power just in commons? I mean, you ain't wrong about that. There is a lot of power in the commons now, son. Especially with the new makeup of everything. Gossip, what's up, buddy? Oh, yeah, I guess on the subject, we were talking about the streams. The start time for the streams is 10 o'clock Eastern, but they all also get uploaded to the stream archive afterwards. So you can watch any of the streams after the fact at your leisure, too. Jess, it's your son's birthday today? Well, tell him happy birthday and that he's got a shit father. Every day you had to subscribe again. Were I streaming as Hatcher yesterday? Correct. Yesterday's live stream was on Hatcher, and you bring up another excellent point that I didn't mention, I guess. My live streams that happen 10 o'clock Eastern time mostly happen on this channel, but also happen on my Hatcher channel. So if I've released a historian video that day, it's pretty much guaranteed the live stream will be happening over on Hatcher. And I may start to do more over there just to decrease the incidence of people getting notification, oh, it's a live stream. Next notification the next day, oh, it's a live stream. So you'll, like, if I put out a video and then do 5 live streams in a row, then 5 of the 6 notifications are for live streams, and not nearly as many people are interested in my live streams because of their chill stream nature and the way that I carry on in them, right? So people, I guess, want more structure in their live streams. Do something, be presenting something, have a major focus. And I'm just like, we're just going to hang out and talk about whatever, have a good time. So just bear in mind, this channel and the Hatcher channel are where the live streams happen. The lore videos are on Fantasy Geographic, and the live streams are put up on the archive afterwards because I got 4 channels. Every day with the links, the link to the archive channel and the link to my Hatcher channel. Thanks, buddy. Well done. Well done. You know what? I'm gonna pin that link. I'm gonna pin the link to the archive on this one. Millmaster Magic formats are fun when they're balanced or have a deep tier 1. Today's Magic, you have to endure 20 broken things happening to you just to be able to do a few broken things yourself. Feels right to me. There are people who are defending the current standard saying that it's better than it's ever been, but it makes me go, how long have you been around for, right? Red, did the Miku secret... You got the secret layer before it was gone? Well, you're in the few who did, man. Crow says, I'm going back to writing. I'll check in a little bit. Keep it on, Mike. One day you'll eat that pickle. No, one day I'll just quietly throw this pickle away. And someone will be like, I'm ready for the pickle. And it'll be like, too late. It's gone. For now, it'll stay tucked into the corner here. But it's days and numbered. It's not... I'm not keeping an infinity pickle on my desk, bro. Everyday Fantasy Geographic is a different vibe. Of course it is. It's literally just talking about stories. How could it not? How could it not be different? Millmaster, make Cinder bring it to... What? He's in a completely different province. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? I don't want anything to do with the Furry Convention even tangentially, dude. Leave me out of that. Leave me the fuck out of that shit. There was a number of those people at the con. I don't know, man. My default position on furries is I feel sorry for them. If you just like getting dressed up in a costume, then I don't feel sorry for you. But if you're somebody who feels that you need to be in an animal suit to be yourself, I do feel sorry for you because you need fucking counseling. And a lot of it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Vassal, as an entrenched commander player, it's partially your fault Wizards went nuts with focusing on commander. I mean, they're looking to hit the most people they can, right? That's the deal. If fur parts started arriving, would I wear them? As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a furry. So if I get sent things, that's like a mascot costume. That is like props for the show. So yeah, I would use them because I don't fucking care. That bear hat that I'm wearing in the intro, like in the stream starting intro or whatever, I remember people going, this was the first time I ran into that. Are you a furry? No, you fucking idiot. It's just a hat. What are you talking about? You've known me forever. Have I ever, where is this even coming from, you fucking goof? You know? No, I'm not a furry. But if I was, I'd have no problem admitting it, because fuck you, I'll be who I am. But guess what? No, I'm not, and I feel sorry for those people. So no, I don't think that I'm a fucking animal inside or whatever. I know I'm a human. That it's real straightforward. And why the fuck would I need to be some stupid little wolf named Gimpgorp? I get to be Hatcher. That's fucking baller as hell, dude. Casey, must be hot for them in the summer. I think some of them have like fans built in. Evo, since there's been so much power creep, what do I think of a new format where only commons post Mirrodin and everything non-power 9 before? What? If it's only commons, why would you talk about... I don't even know what the hell you're... I literally do not understand what the fuck you're asking me, bro. Jess, damn, you are having a bad day. The USB stick got lost in the mail, your buddy couldn't pay you back, and someone broke into the garage and stole your shitty bike. I guess your son must have got his birthday wish, because it's his birthday, right? So he probably was like, yo, my dad's a dumb dickhead. I want him to have a miserable day. And the universe was like, you got it, Junior! Crow says he'd be a wizard with a dragon. There you go. That works. That works. What up, Blake Delgado? I just added an O to your name, son. You can go, like, I'm Blake Delgado. And then someone can be like, a lady could be like, there's no O there. Oh, there will be with you later. Oh! Teferi Hatchfur, you shut your dirty hooker mouth. All right? What up, Smash? How you doing? Popper with rares and uncommons printed before Mirrodin. How's it Popper then? What? So you use commons from all of Magic's history, but you can only use uncommons and rares from before Mirrodin? That feels weird. That's weird. Hatchfur is Loot's absent. Fuck Loot, man. Fuck that stupid little goober magoo. Thompson, hey, how was my day? My day has been quite good, actually. Yeah, it's been going good. It's been going good. Been in a good place mentally. Overall, everything's felt solid, so don't really have any complaints about today. I've been trying things to help solidify a positive mind state, and some of it's definitely working. You got an N64 Castlevania poster framed for the house. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Jess, you don't feel bad about the bike? It was free and 9 years old and starting to not work properly? I can see not caring about that. It does suck that the USB stick got lost because you went to a bunch of effort to try and help somebody else. And that just goes to show you, never try and help anyone else. It will always go wrong. It does suck that happened though, bro. Brent, the thing is, I don't give into this nonsense where people are trying to say BloomBro is a furry plane because it's not. It nowhere in the description of this set have they said it's for fucking losers who don't love themselves and are masquerading as animals, right? Because furries are pathetic humans pretending to be animals. These are just animals. It's like pointing at a rabbit and going, "That's a furry." No, that's a rabbit. That's a rabbit. There's not a person inside there. That's how you can tell the difference. Is it an animal? Oh, it's not a furry. Is it a loser who hates themselves and wears a fursuit? That's a furry. It's so easy. It's so easy. Blake, this is an out-of-date question, but did I ever get my Magic 30 pack? Damn, that is an old question. And yes, actually, I did. It happens to be right here. And if you go over to my Hatcher channel, I actually have opened all the packs so you can see what was in them and my reaction to it. Smash! You know people like to knock on Assassin's Creed, but you actually look forward to it mainly because you play most of the games. I liked the Assassin's Creed games to start with. The horribly buggy one that I played completely turned me off the series, but I really enjoyed the first one. The climbing up to the top of towers to survey the area, the leaping off and stuff, the leaps of faith, that stuff was cool. Assassin's Creed was interesting, and there's nothing wrong with liking the Assassin's Creed cards. I do feel like a number of the cards I've seen fit the game. The problem is, I don't like things that move outside of the normal world of Magic. So for me, that's a no-go. The bigger no-go is the insane price point for 7-card boosters. It's a ripoff. But that being said, everybody spends their money however they want. What is one man's ripoff is another man's deal. So fill your boots as far as I'm concerned. I find Assassin's Creed way less obnoxious than something like Fortnite, for example, right? Crow, what do I think I've done to put myself in a positive mindset? Well, it's a couple of different things. One is being more aware of my thoughts and essentially countering or interrupting the non-productive ones that lead to negative thinking. There's a number of things going on in life that have skewed me into more negative stuff. One of it is that my parents are getting old enough where they need help. And the normal dynamic for most of my life was my parents are good. They don't need anything from me. They're there to help me, right? Like, you give them their presents on birthdays, Mother's Day, all that kind of stuff. But, like, they don't need any help from me. They're good on their own. But now they're old enough that they can use some help. And that obviously moves you down the road of, I mean, there's an obvious dark ending to that tunnel, right? So that, the fact that also I've gotten to the point where if I'm lucky, I'm like right in the middle of being middle-aged. So my eyes have started to go. I'm going to need glasses. I know I've been really lucky because there's lots of people who need glasses way earlier than me, but it triggered that like mortality warning, that kind of a thing, right? I'm lucky in that my eyes still function quite well, right? Like nothing's blurry right in front of me, but now there's blurriness in the distance. So all that kind of stuff pushed me more into the negative. So stopping those kind of thoughts and focusing on what matters, right? Teferi Super Chat says, just trying to get this started. Let's get it started, big boy. You're lord of the board. Thanks, son. So to put myself in a more positive mindset, what I've been doing, it's a variation of something that actually I find annoying when people would do it to me. Like, they'd see that you're having a hard time or whatever, and they'd be like, what are 3 things you're grateful for? And I'm like, cram it up your ass, cheerleader. I don't need your bullshit. I don't like people trying to tell me what to do. I don't like being put on the spot. And I don't need to tell you shit, right? But I've read some other things, and it was just talking about how you should focus on the things that you appreciate. You should be thinking about things like that. So I have this book, and instead of like the things that recommend you write down 5 things that you're grateful for and just do a little bit of journaling. But I have a very active imagination and a powerful mind. So I'm looking to rework it on a higher level. So instead of like 4 or 5, I've been writing 50 things that I'm grateful for or more. Like, how many did I do yesterday? For what's today? Today's the 25th. So for the 24th, I wrote wait a minute. Yeah, I wrote 50 for the 24th. And I wrote no, that's wrong. I did 100 yesterday and 100 today. So because you can only go over the, like, if you just write down like the big things and the whatever, it's like you're just repeating the same things. So it's all kinds of little, like, whatever. Yo, I saw this bird hopping around under the bush by the Tim Hortons throwing these leaves around, and I found its antics amusing. And just by seeing that I can write down 100 things that I am grateful for in one day, do you know what I mean? Like, it helps to reorient your mind. That's part of it, because there's a lot of difficulty in anybody's life, right? And like, there's challenges going on in my life all the time. And then Carly's got her challenges with her disability and everything as well. So there's all these layers, and stopping to realize, yo, life is really good. Like, straight up, you have clean water accessible any hour of the day. Anytime you want, you can go and get a glass of clean water and drink it with 0 problems. It's just included in your apartment. Infinite free water. Do you know what I mean? Like, and throughout most of history, people would kill for that. Got proper sanitation. That means you don't have to take a dump in a bucket and throw it out the window and then walk in the streets with all this kind of nonsense. Like, all these tiny little things. Being proud of myself for taking the time to do some exercise. Appreciating that because I went swimming 3 days ago or whatever, or maybe it was 2 days ago, I can feel muscle soreness in parts of my body that I want to get stronger. So I appreciate that my efforts are paying off. So it's like a big, long list, right? And like, I'm good at what I'm feeling. I'm good at making other people feel it. And so I realize if I can get more back to being a positive, fun guy, I mean, I'm fun regardless. Let's be very real about that. But the more positivity I have going on, the more that's going to pay rewards in the fact that it's going to help other people, right? Like, there are other people having a harder time in life than me right now. Little distractions help them. What I do helps them. I've helped people quit smoking, right? I quit smoking. There's like the list. I found it's really not that difficult to come up with 25, 50 things you're grateful for real. For real. Jess' super chat says, I'm grateful for you, Perp, always making me laugh. Well, thanks, buddy. I appreciate you too. You're a good dude. I know that you don't have a lot, but that didn't turn you into somebody who became selfish and focused on trying to get more for himself, right? You're out there trying to do things for other people, even though it would be very easy to go, yo, I'm struggling. Fuck everybody else, right? So I respect that mentality because I know what it's like to be having a really hard time in that way. I understand it, like, viscerally. A-D-E-V-O, A-D-E-V-O, A-D-E-V-O. Lord of the Board was his name. Oh, peer pressure super chat. You're the new Lord of the Board. Jess, you might have been up there for a second if I hadn't been running my mouth for so long. But it belongs to A.D. But yeah, man, I'm like, I have a really good imagination, and I come from a line of overthinkers, right? Like, my mother is exceptionally bad for it. She is an overthinker and an overworrier, and I have that in me as well. So I'm choosing to use it and direct it in a different way, and it's helping. It genuinely is, you know? It helps to stop and just appreciate small things. Go out and it's super windy. Guess what? The wind means the heat's not getting to you the same way, right? Like, you could walk out and see that the sun's going down and you'd be like, another day gone. Or you can enjoy the beauty of the sun actually setting, right? And just appreciate the purple, pink stretches of sky. Like, there's a positive and negative way to view a lot of things. And I don't believe in toxic positivity where you act like everything is always awesome. But I do believe in being firmly grounded in reality, you know? Is there a smiley face on the board? There is. That is the smiley light. And that's actually one of the things I wrote down I was grateful for. It's a light that I plug in when I'm having a good day. That's how it works. If I'm having a bad day, I don't want to plug it in because it doesn't feel right. It bothers me or something. And maybe that'll change. But right now, the way it works is if I'm in a good mood, I just put it on. It's like a reminder. Yo, you already decided you're having a good day, bro. So unless something bad happens to really send it spiraling downwards, there you go, right? Vassal, you try not to worry about, but be mindful of what you're doing. Paying attention to what you're doing, being present in the moment, because the reality is you can only be happy right now. You can't be happy in the future, and you can't be happy in the past because you can't exist in either of those places. You'll never be in the future. The future version of you that you're thinking of will be the present version of you when you reach that point. And the past, you can't go back to Marty McFly, right? So literally, the only time you can be happy is now. And if you spend your time recriminating yourself over past mistakes instead of just using that information to make better choices, you don't benefit from it. And if you spend your time thinking about a future where things are going to fall apart and be miserable, at the end of any road, long enough down the road is darkness, you can't be happy, right? So being where you are, being who you are, where you are, when you are, is the only path to real happiness, right? Highwind says, I'm not blind, I'm not deaf, I have all my limbs, I have access to the internet, I have enough free time to watch an old man sit down and talk online out of my own volition. There you go. You're doing it perfectly. That's exactly how it goes. Like, for real. I have all kinds of just random little things. Like, remember how I said I was getting bummed out about my eyes? Well, I wrote down, I'm glad that I care enough about myself to get glasses, to get what I need, that kind of stuff. I have a cool phone charger that I like. I like my watch, you know, like there's just stuff like that. It doesn't need to be big, right? Like, life isn't made up of huge things. Life is made up of tiny things, mostly. So if you can appreciate the tiny things, you're going to win. And I mean, some of it ain't tiny, right? Can I imagine faster than light travel? Jess, I mean, technology, I don't know what the limits are. You can do a lot. Vassal, I missed the earlier comment. Your eyes are shit. You've been wearing glasses since you were in the 3rd grade. Your doctor's worried your retinas might detach and you have a ton of eye floaters. Well, you know what, man? Good job on maintaining your positivity. I recognize that I've been very fortunate in the fact that I haven't needed glasses yet. Everybody else in my family has had glasses for a long time. Carly has glasses. Like, I know so many people who have that. I have been fortunate, but I could sit there and boo-hoo about the fact that it's sliding now. But instead, I'm going the alternate route where I go, yo, it's cool, like, that glasses exist and I can put them on and they will help me and also reduce the degradation process as well, right? And on top of that, you can start to appreciate what's good about your health easier when something goes wrong. When everything goes perfectly, you take it for granted and you don't even think about it. Once something goes wrong, then you can appreciate what you had and you can go, wow, that was good. And you can extrapolate it further out to other parts of you, right? to very nice phone charger. I like it. It charges wirelessly. It's a Google wireless charger. I put my phone on it, just boonk, and it charges. It's like fucking magic. It's like magic. And I got headphones that use the charger too. And the headphones block out an insane amount of noise. I didn't even know, like, I always thought noise cancellation was marketing hype, not legit tech. It's legit tech. And I can actually charge these headphones with this phone. I can literally turn on phone charging, place it on the back of the phone, and it will charge my headphones. It's like magic. I can't even believe it. I never do that because I never run out of juice. I'm a pretty boring homebody mostly, so I'm not out enough that I need to do that. But it's cool that it can. Do you know what I mean? Don't make yourself miserable today for a future you don't know about. That's something I have been very bad at, is thinking of a future where everything's going wrong and I don't give myself any credit for my resilience or capability to take care of things. And it's like, I've been through nightmarish scenarios and I came out of them stronger. And I've like, the failures, like, my brain will be like, you're not going to be able to pay your rent in the future and stuff like that. And it's like, why would you think that? You've always been able to pay rent. You'll find a way. Maybe you got to chug some dick, but you'll find a way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We have technology that would be considered magic witchcraft 20 years ago. Absolutely. Technology is incredible. It's incredible. It's amazing. We have access to basic medical technology that makes us live for much longer. Hell yeah. Before, bro, something going wrong with your tooth, just you're done. You're done. Your head's going to start to rot. You're going to get like a brain infection and gone, right? Like, for real. For real. We've pretty much obliterated infant mortality. It used to be you had 8 or 9 kids because a bunch of them weren't going to make it. Now, they're almost all going to make it. It's amazing. Like, it genuinely is amazing how far we've come as a species. 100%. 100%. Chim, science advanced enough is indistinguishable from magic. I feel you, bro. It feels magical. It's insane. Like, we could be having this live stream on this phone, dude. I remember when your phone was stuck to the fucking wall and it was amazing to have a super long cord that you could walk. You could leave, like, oh, the phone's in the kitchen, but I walked through the dining room. I'm standing in the living room right now on a super long cord on the phone. And then cordless phones with the antenna? What? I could go into the basement while I'm talking to you, bro? Right? And then the internet came along and you had to use your phone line. You had to connect. Right? And now I can take this out into the woods and broadcast my flexing anus for the whole world. Crow! When are the live streams again? Every day? Virtually every day. Correct. At this time frame. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel and the Hatcher channel. Not Hatcher Streams. That is the archive. The Hatcher channel. Everyday shared the link a little bit up there. The Hatcher channel is the one that has 7,000 some odd subscribers. So right now the majority of the live streams happen here, but when they're not happening here, they happen over there. Vassal, yeah, I get how the charging works. This doesn't use metal contacts though. Like, you know, there's some things where you put the charger on, it's got like 2 metal spots and the metal spots connect up. This is done through like fucking magnets or some shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. What up, Jones? You're thankful that you found my page in 2020. Wow, it's crazy. That'd be 4 years ago. 4 years ago. Thankful we can still smile. Well, thumbs up to that, Thumbs up to that, big boy. Magus, you had a cordless phone in college? You were the first person in your school to answer your phone during class. What do you mean? A cordless phone for your home phone that you took to school? How would that even work? That doesn't make sense to me. That sounds like nonsense. Chim, you remember the switch from number of clicks to number tones on phones? Remember rotary phones, bro? People have 9s in their number and you're like, oh my God. Brrr. Brrr. Oh, there you go. Everyday has shared again the link for the Hatcher channel. So make sure you subscribe to that one. And if you want to make sure you catch all the live streams, then get into my Discord, because no matter when I'm streaming or whatever, like if I'm doing a breakfast stream or whatever, I announce them all in there. It has been a while since we've had a breakfast stream, but they're not completely off the menu or anything like that. Crow, you've listened to me for a couple of years. You forgot to subscribe. I mean, I don't remind people. There's a lot of channels where they say, guys, subscribe, comment, and like before we start, which always felt weird to me. And so, yeah, I don't remind you. I'm just like, people will subscribe if they want to. They'll find the stuff if they want to. I'm not pushy in that regard. Jones, you remember Pop Quiz Popcorn? It's not ringing any bells for me. Bob just got back from the bridge club. Jeez, what are you, my grandma? Do you guys feed each other bridge mix? Huh? Do you do that? Do you lay on your back while another man puts his mix in your mouth? A cordless phone from your dorm room. Okay, yep, I can see that. That makes it make sense. Pagers! Oh my God. Pagers are hilariously antiquated. Man. I only ever used, there was one guy I would page, and he was just a Gonch hookup back in the day. Chim, you saw a video and kids couldn't figure out a rotary phone? Of course, it doesn't feel like, it's only obvious to us because we knew how to use it. It's fucking absurd. It's like, wait, to dial the number, I have to literally like rotate this dial to that number and then let go? That's stupid, right? Like, that's dumb. Everyday Super Chat says, thanks for being there for all of us over the years. No problem. Thanks for being here with me. It would be lonely if nobody came and hung out with me. I know that I don't like do the crazy big streams that pull in thousands and thousands of people like other channels, but I've always very much appreciated our cozy little hangouts. We've carved out a little corner for ourselves to just chill, and people like me have found their way here, and that's exactly how I like it. The idea of having thousands of people spamming nonsense into the stream in a bid for a little bit of attention, it just doesn't feel like great to me. You know what I mean? Like, the most I've ever had in a stream was 750 people, and that was way too many. Way too many. It's impossible to keep up, right? So I'm glad we get to do what we do. And if things ever change and I do have gigantic streams, I'll figure out a way to make that work. But I like the chill stream vibe. Color changing popcorn? Yeah, I don't think I ever saw that. What about Palm Pilots? I never had anything like that. I remember for a long time, cell phones were just for drug dealers, basically. Wonder if you can get pager service now. Why wouldn't you be able to? Well, I assume phone companies would still offer it. It's probably a premium service now, though. You probably have to pay a lot for it. You wouldn't know the color until it popped? That's funky. I have purple popcorn. I bought it today. The popcorn itself isn't purple, but the kernels are? I got it because I got to try that flavor call, son. Calling the operator to get a number to a payphone you're at because a bunch of savages tore it off and you can't page back to the phone. The problems of the ancient era, bro. Hospitals still use pagers? Huh. Jess, your cell phones had full keyboards to type with from 2010 to 2015. Remember having to like press each key through? Texting, I didn't do texting back when you had to press three times to get an E or whatever. I'm just like, oh, whatever. Doctors and other emergency professions still have pagers. Huh. Isn't it blue corn? No, it's purple corn. For real. It's literally says on the package. It's purple. It's purple kernel corn. But it pops as regular popcorn. I wanted to pop some before the stream, but I ended up going for a longer walk than I anticipated, trying to get my step count up for the day. Trying to get that exercise in. Isn't a pager nowadays any device that can take SMS? I guess, I mean, I assume like actual pagers still exist where it just has a little screen and shows you the little message, right? Magus, you found out about a color changing popcorn machine that changes colors when it's hot enough to pop the corn? That's funky. My popcorn popper is crappy. I wish I had a better one. It looks like an old-timey, like, it's got like two wheels at the front, the little stand, you know, they're like red. It's got a big fat body and a glass top. So it's one of those, but it's like plastic. So it's, I think that it's probably not as good a popcorn popper because it's like gimmicky. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Every day, remember you had your own number that would make your parents' phone ring differently. I remember that. I remember that. Hang up the phone, I'm BBSing. Oh my God, the BBSs. I wish that somebody had taken the BBS games and you could easily download them and play them again. Because I would love to play Trade Wars, Land of Devastation, Legend of the Red Dragon again. I don't know how much I'd want to play, like for how long, but I'd love to play it. Alexis Jones says, please review how broken Rakish Revelers is one day. I'm the one on the right holding the white orchids. I'd love to tell you how I got the opportunity. Well, tell me right now, dude. Tell me right now. If you got yourself on Magic card artwork, then absolutely tell me how you did that. I haven't gotten myself on any Magic artwork, but I do have a custom, like, little mini sketch painting of myself that was done by the magic artist Bud Cook because he enjoyed one of my videos so much. He was like, bro, I love this video. I want to send you a gift. And his gift was a little painted zombified me, which is currently my most treasured possession in my... Oh, God! As I'm talking about it, I just dropped it on the floor. Thank God it's in a protective case. So it's on the back of a zombie token artist proof. He did, this was me in one of my videos. He literally paused the screen and he painted me like a French girl, like a zombie French girl. That's amazing. Like legit, I was doing a video about village rights and village cannibals, right? And talking about the connection between the two and all that stuff. And he was just like, he loved my excitement. And he's like, bro, you got pretty much all the details right as well. Like, and then this showed up. And it's like, that's crazy. People pay good money to have magic artists do that kind of stuff, right? Like custom pictures and stuff. And here I am getting one for free because somebody enjoyed my work of me enjoying his work. Like, that is amazing. That is amazing. Chim, you remember having limited cell phone use and telling people not to contact you? Yeah, phone calls after 7 are free. Don't call me. This is costing me per minute, bro. What are you calling me about? 100%. 100%. What? Millmaster farmers plant corn that's meant to give people diarrhea on the perimeters of their fields when they have problems with people stopping on the side of the road and grabbing their corn? That's brutal but funny. What's a BBS? Bulletin board system. Before the days of the internet was just at one guy's house. So you would call that guy's house on with your computer on a phone line, and you'd connect to his computer. And that computer would have multiplayer games that you could play and message boards you could message on and stuff like that. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Wait, hold on, Casey. What's this? What's this? Emulator major BBS world group? I don't know what the hell that is. Called same thing? Huh. All right. I don't know if I'll successfully be able to look into it, but at least you point me in the right direction. Alexis, you and an acquaintance were playing at the Washington Square Park, and hold on. You know what? I'm going to look up the card since we're talking about it here. Rakish Revelers. Okay. Are we talking the regular artwork? So you're playing, and yeah, okay, that's the Pisano is the name of the artist. Okay. She was taking pictures and asked what you were playing. Gushed about your love of the game. She asked what type of card you wanted to see. And you said white, red, green ramp. The card is called Rakish in honor of Rakishi the wrestler. Are you sure that they're not just using the word rakish like from the actual English language, right? Because the artists don't get to pick the name of cards or what the cards do, right? They only do the art based on what they're told. Like, they don't have any creative control over card design. Every day, sorry to say it again, but BBS games you smell Hatcher content, that's not a terrible idea, honestly. Millmaster, you were so happy when you got a second phone line. Yeah. It's so crazy to think that somebody picking up your phone would just end up disconnecting you. Jones, I can believe the part about, like, yo, we were playing in the park and she saw us and put us in the artwork, but Magic artists don't have control over the name of cards, you know? And they've used rakish for other cards like the vampires from Innistrad and stuff. So it doesn't all 100% line up. You know what I mean? I absolutely believe that you can run into an artist and they'll put you into artwork, that part. But they don't have the ability to name magic cards or decide what the mechanics of the magic cards are at all. At all. They're just given a description by the art director. This is what we want this card to be, right? And they don't even always get the name of the card and don't even know sometimes when the card's coming out or what set it's for. The artists, unfortunately, aren't given as much information as could be desired. Just saw a video of an alpha bog wraith misgraded with a Michael Jordan sticker on the case. The artist painted a jersey and a basketball on the case, so the bog wraith is hooping. Gianna, your dad got psycho mad if we were using the phone line and he needed it. You were so scared. Well, that's not good. Jones, it's all good. You don't no worries. You don't have to call her. I ain't calling you a liar, so don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I believe you when you say that you were painted into the, you're not picking some super crazy exciting, hey, check it out, I'm on the Black Lotus. Do you know what I mean? Like who's gonna randomly say I'm on this particular weird common from New Capenna, right? So that doesn't come across to me like you're lying, bro. Eric, you asked Ryan Pancoast if he was told he was doing a Mox for Mox Tantalite, and he said yes. Assume it was so he didn't screw it up. They're given some information for sure, right? And depending on what it is you're doing, you're going to want to have Moxes have a particular look. So, Millmaster, you remember a few BBSs you could call 2 numbers at once to double your downloads? I never heard of that, but I do remember there being BBSs that could handle more than one person being connected to it. There was one I went to called Atlantis, and they could have 5 people on it at the same time. It's so crazy to think that was amazing. 5 people. But yeah, I mean, with that, I could see how two people could not 2 people, but 2 lines could be used by the same person. Jones, which one is you, though? Which one did you say, left or right? Are you the dude in the front with the white flowers, or are you the dude in the back with the pink flowers? The misprint was the slab label. Yeah, I figured. They said it was like a Michael Jordan basketball card when it's a bog wraith, right? Sean, if I could build Dahada, Sephiroth, or Sidisi, I mean, just off the top of my head, I remember thinking Dahada wasn't that big a deal. And then my buddy got it out in the cube and wrecked me with it. So I'm going to say Dahada. Noob, I'm not up to speed on the Hawk meme yet, buddy. Doesn't mean anything to me yet. I'm vaguely aware of it, and I meant to do a quick Google search to figure out what the hell it is, but I don't know. Jones, you're the guy in the front with the white. Oh, do you have fucking big dreads like that too, or did they take artistic license? That kind of shit feels like it'd be fucking heavy, man. You know? That much hair? Artistic license? Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's what happened with my zombie token. You might not have noticed, but I'm not actually a zombie. I've always hoped that secretly some magic artist would sneak me onto a magic card. But the closest it's ever come was when I had purple hair, and there was that one dude who there was one of the partner cards that had purple hair. There was jokes about that, but yeah, I always secretly hoped that a magic artist would put me on a card. Maybe one day they will, but I don't know. I mean, honestly, a lot of the content that I make is pretty critical of wizards, so I'm guessing most magic artists would just probably be like, this guy seems miserable. I don't want to deal with him. I'm not putting him on a card. Val, so you got dreads. It's not that heavy, but it only goes down to your shoulders. How do you stop them from, being dirty? You know? The hair is pretty much like a giant mat, isn't it? Jess, can't you just use a hammer and nails to put the latch back on, son? Crow, I look like Bill Nye and one of the doctors. Why? Because I have a fucking long, elegant neck? I look like a cool Ferris Bueller. Well, it's my day off. Sure. Yeah, that's true. I do have a long, elegant neck like a giraffe, so that I can eat the leaves off of trees. Chim, no, I don't wanna like go and like get somebody to like make them of me. That's not the same. I want them to like what I do and to have it happen organically, right? The closest thing you're gonna get for like Hatcher proxies or whatever are the, I got a couple that I pre-signed. Loot the key to everything with me there in the artwork, right? That's fun. That's fun. Jones, you just sent me your cigarette money to boast and quit at the same time. Well, you know what, buddy? Good job. Quitting smoking is a really fucking smart move. It's a hugely smart move. And it was incredibly hard for me to quit smoking tobacco. I had an easier time quitting smoking the gurge once I got rid of the tobacco from the mix, and because I switched to edibles as well. So quitting smoking is one of the best choices that I ever made. And when you get your sense of smell back and you realize you can just smell subtle things like celery and the way it affects your taste and everything on top of the additional longevity that you get from quitting smoking, that's actually one of the things that I wrote down in my little book that I'm grateful for. I remember when I did the pack a day videos and some people followed me on that and went, bro, I'm quitting smoking too. And I've gotten emails from people saying, thank you for helping me quit smoking. Now I get to live longer and spend more time with my daughter. And I've just looked at that and I was like, yo, if I never do anything else at all with this channel, I never entertain anybody else or do anything else, I've already made a genuine impact. And that's fucking incredible to me. So hell yeah, buddy, thumbs up. Quitting that smoking. You can do it. You can do it. Hatcher Proxy should be a giraffe wizard with a long beard. That's funny. Controlled matting. You wear covers when you do yard work or dirty work and rinse your hair out at the end of the day. Okay, so you do maintenance to keep it clean. That's good. That's good. So yeah, quitting smoking is a fucking baller move. Do I play Magic Arena? Yup. I've played Magic Arena since before they like brought the game fully out. I played it during the beta. I played during the I was a part of the closed beta. I was part of the open beta, and then afterwards I played Arena fairly extensively. However, there have been periods where I got really frustrated and quit for a number of different reasons. My biggest regret in that regards is the fact that I was so angry over Magic 30 and everything else that was going on when the Brothers War set came out that I didn't play the Brothers War on Arena. So I missed out on getting the Mastery Pass with the awesome Urza avatar. I check the store on Arena like every day, hoping, come on, big boy, come on, give me that Urza action. Let me get that stuff. Or when I win a cosmetic from the like the midweek magic, I'm like, come on, baby, come on, let it be Urza, let it be Urza. It still hasn't, but whatever. Today on Arena, I actually bought cosmetics, which I rarely ever do. But the summer fun swimming pool Karn sleeve totally got me. I was like, it's a shimmering pool of water and cards floating on it. I don't care about the Kiora lifeguard thing that much, but that got included as well. So I literally spent like, whatever, 10,000 gold or whatever it was to get it. Because my arena account's loaded. I got hundreds of wild cards, 13,000 gems. I'm closing in on 500,000 gold. Like, I've got 10 draft tokens. It's loaded. Oldenburg, your bones hurt? Well, that lines up. Name checks out, buddy. Name checks out. Buck, you quit buying real cards? I don't know what it would take for me to not want to have real Magic cards. I absolutely wish that I like had all the physical Magic cards, all of them. So even when I'm super angry at Wizards, I still want to have those cards. Arena just makes it really convenient to play Magic whenever I want. So I'll sit down and play a bunch of games, like, I don't know, sometimes like 20 in a day. In real life, Magic is harder to play. Yeah, Jones, things have changed, buddy. You only started 6 years ago. All right, well, you're pretty new compared to me. But the majority of players only stick around for like a year and a half, 2 years. So you're still an older player, but only to like regular folk. To me, you're still a fucking young whippersnapper. Magus, not those kind of cosmetics. Not the kind that go on my face. Yeah, Oldenburg, I know. The psychic frog thing is such a scam where it's like they give you all these tickets. I keep reading posts about it on like Arena where people are like, what's the deal with it giving me a bunch of tickets? And then when I try and go and spend them, the screen goes red like you just got hit in a zombie game and it like flares out the purchase. And it's like, no, fuck you. Give us like $20 worth of gems. It's like, no. Blake, what is my favorite format? Cube. Crow, do I listen to YouTube even though I'm a YouTuber? Yeah, oh yeah. I watch a ton of YouTube, man. There's so much good stuff on here. I tend to watch a lot of things talking about like movies, TV shows, and things like that. Mostly. So, you know, like Red Letter Media, Filmento, things along those lines. And what type of music do I like? All kinds of different music, all over the place. Brian says, Perp gates Arena so much. Gates it. 250 card blue deck that's nothing but bounce and counter spells to make sure you can counter every single card opponent's deck so they deck out the slow way. I don't feel like you'd ever deck anybody out because almost everybody would concede against that. I've wondered if you might be able to farm a bunch of easy wins by just building like a white-blue control deck and playing it incredibly slow on Arena so people just get annoyed and leave. Daily Deals was missing on Arena today? I don't know, man. I feel like there was one. Now you got me wondering. I'm going to load up Arena and take a look. Magus, you don't know if it's true that players stick around for only a couple of years? I'm absolutely willing to take Wizards at their word when they say their players only stick around for a year or two. And I don't believe the majority come back at all. At all. And that bears out in real life too. Most of the people I know from 30 years ago, they're not playing anymore. There's only a few. So yeah, I absolutely believe that they do their market research. It pays for them to know how long people stay as customers. And that's part of the reason they don't care about the power creep and insanity. Vassal, you started Magic in 2017 because it helped you with your depression? Well, that's sweet, dude. Gianna, someone told you Canadians are really racist? Yeah, they're lying to you. And war nonsense? No, Canada is tame and boring. See, America had a whole bunch of racism problems. We had the Underground Railroad. We're where the slaves escaped to, right? Literally, there's a church in my city that's part of the Underground Railroad, right? like Harriet Tubman had part of the fucking Underground Railroad at a church that's I didn't live that far from, actually, at my old place. So yeah, that's somebody yanking your chain. They're yanking your chain. Yeah, McGarl, all the Modern Horizon singles you wanted were a few pennies, so you had to either pay for shipping or add loot to get the free shipping. Oh, the crime. Do cube games play out the same? Never. Never. I've never played two cube games that are identical. That would be literally, I guess I shouldn't say it's impossible, but it's so impossibly improbable. All right. So, let's see here. Oh, Midweek Magic is Historic Artisan. I didn't even notice that. I guess I got to slap together. Oh, no, I think I already have a Historic Artisan deck. Okay, let's see here. So, the store, you got some daily deals. I mean, there's daily deals here. So, there's no daily deal. I don't know, maybe they just didn't have it loaded when you were playing earlier. I'm level 90 on the Mastery Pass. I'm closing in. I'm closing in on the end. Magus, you think it's strange that someone would give up on playing this great game? Think about all the things in life that you enjoyed and just stopped caring about. Right? You feel that way because Magic speaks to you in a very special way. And trust me, I get it. I'm the Magic historian. I am obsessed with Magic the Gathering. But that's not the norm. Most people have a take it or leave it kind of attitude. That's it. They'll play it for a while, and then their friends aren't playing it, or they're doing other things. Couldn't have bought them already? That's possible. You know what, Teferi, that's an excellent point. If you already have everything that they had on sale, it won't show you anything. And sometimes what they're selling is stuff from a Mastery Pass. So if you got the Mastery Pass, all the cosmetics you got from that Mastery Pass are on sale. They're not on offer to you. Oldenburg, everything is now a money grab. It's frustrating as an older player. I feel that. I feel that. So yeah, I don't put any money into Arena. I'm like at all. I'm totally a free-to-play player because I don't think it's worth giving them money for the digital stuff, especially with all the ways they're trying to skeeze you into spending money and stuff. But as a free-to-play player who has particular wants, I'm getting those out of the game pretty easily without any problems. Without any problems. So yeah, I sometimes wander away from Arena. Like when they brought in Alchemy, Alchemy really bothered me, and them defaulting you to Alchemy and all this stuff to try and like force you into it. The break in the promise of Historic essentially, and going, it's we're just shoving Alchemy into it, right? I don't think so, Magus. I think that the draft format was invented to get people to buy more booster packs. But booster packs were created by Richard Garfield when he made the game, and he did not expect people to like Magic as much as they did. He didn't expect people to buy as much Magic as they did. Like he thought that, well, we don't have to worry about cards like Black Lotus and Ancestral Recall because people will have so few cards that it won't matter. There'll only be one in an entire play group. There'll be one guy who has one copy of this card, and that's it. So we don't have to worry because nothing like Magic existed before Magic. So you just go in with the mentality of people are gonna spend as much on this as they would with a board game. He wasn't expecting people to go ham and just go ah. So the initial design of booster packs wasn't just done as a money grab. It totally was. It was just, this is how we're doing it, randomized stuff for people, but it absolutely was not set up to see, let's see if we can extract maximum. Like when Richard Garfield was originally creating the game, it wasn't how do we take advantage of people, right? That's what Wizards absolutely is now. Absolutely. But that's not how it started. Eric, of course they don't want modern in arena. Like look at how much they're trying to milk it through physical cards. They don't want you to have modern. That's why they're like, "Oh, we'll give you like Explorer." All right? But it's going to take us like 6 years to get enough cards on it. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? They don't want that. They want you to keep just churning. And part of the reason was the creation of alchemy was so they could give away less wild cards. So you'd have to spend more, right? Jones, you lost, but you got them down to 3 life. Well, that's more satisfying than getting beaten down and you lose when they're still at 20, man. So yeah, the whole alchemy thing didn't sit right with me. I don't actually hate the concept of alchemy. I hate their execution of it. I like the idea of creating magic cards that can only be like created online because they can do crazy stuff that you could never feasibly make work easily in paper magic. That's a cool concept. But forcing it into historic was the problem. Where it was like historic was supposed to be our non-rotating format where we could play with everything. And then they just went, no, we're putting alchemy in it. And like they pissed off a ton of people and lost a bunch of players. They actually had to like rework their economy and stop it so it's not just you can only get gems through drafts and stuff. Like they had to make a bunch of changes based on that. Magus! The sad truth is, I would love a world where they went back to balanced formats with amazing gameplay and fantastic storylines. But they've decided that they can make just as much or more money by not worrying about balance, by not caring about the stories, and focusing on selling to casual players and commander players, that kind of stuff. And it's working. It's getting them the numbers that they want. So they're like the only incentive they have is money. And what you're talking about costs them more money and only gets them the results they had before, not the results they're getting now. So them just going scattershot with like all these different Monopoly versions of Magic, just slapping whatever on, it's making them more money. And that's all they care about. So there's zero chance of a return to that. You have to find that kind of stuff in other games now, really. Like if you want to play one-on-one Magic where they care about balancing the game and giving you other things of that nature, you have to go further afield than Magic because it's going to be more of the same going forwards. They're just going to lean more and more into it. They were like, well, we can't release a modern set without commander decks. You know what I mean? Like, it's Commander the Commandering. That's not going to change. That's not going to change. I'm not happy about it, but that's the reality. They're not going to wake up and go, we got to go back to standard. And like standard's on arena now. They've lost the battle. Well, they didn't lose the battle. They won the battle, but then realized they didn't want to win that battle. Their secret dream was to get everybody on arena. They wanted everybody on arena. That's why when the pandemic hit, they're like, oh, it's our chance. It's our chance. We'll tell game stores, well, you don't want to get kicked out of the WPN, but good news for you. We're going to count people playing on arena for you. You just got to get people to come to your store, get the arena code or whatever, put it in there, and then they count as if they were coming physically playing. And so they got more and more people on arena, more and more people playing standard on arena. And then they're like, okay, pandemic's over. Go back to the stores and buy boxes, chase Sheoldreds and stuff. And then they're like, guys, why aren't they? Where's all the money that we get from selling these standard boxes and stuff? You here's the deal. You spend all the money you were already spending on paper, and you give us money on Arena. And almost everybody went, I'll just play on Arena and not buy all the physical stuff. And then the Wizards came out and like, hey guys, we have our own ideas, but why do you guys think people aren't playing standard and it's not doing that well? Why do you think it is? Right? Like, it's because you got everybody on Arena like you wanted. Like, remember when they did the whole, they will know your name. You will be a true Arena champion. It's going to be the biggest, best thing, and we're going to have the Pro Tour on there. And then they scrapped all of it and just went, okay, no Pro Tour on Arena. Like, they didn't put any of the, like, it's crazy. They just have these dreams. And in their eyes, they're like, money, we're going to make so much money. We'll have a Pro Tour on Arena. Okay, how do you get into it? What do you mean? How do you get into the Pro Tour? No, we already picked the people. Yeah, but going forwards, how do you actually get into it? What do you mean? I mean, you have no path to get into this, you fucking idiots. No, but we have a Pro Tour. Everyone will know your name. Yeah, where's the aspirational path? Like, okay. Here's how you get into the Pro Tour. You gotta be in the Rivals League and win your way in. And how do you get into the Rivals League? We just randomly pick people based on metrics of like whatever, and then whoops, look, we picked this chick because we like her skin color and we like her sexuality, and she said what? Oh, she said what hateful crap, and we made her a part of this? Oh my god. Like, it's surface level crap where instead of going, how do we make a Pro Tour people actually want to be on, they were like, okay, we got a bunch of pro players, but it's like all dudes. It's all dudes, and I don't like the melanin breakdown for a lot of this, bro. And it's like, what? Yeah, so the Rivals League will just pick people like based on like other metrics. And so they were like, oh, this lady over here, she's fucking Hispanic and she's into chicks. That's amazing. Put her in the Rivals League. And then tweets start surfacing where she's talking about how she's disgusted by gay dudes. And it's like, oh. And then it goes even further where she's saying that she's smack talking mentally disabled babies. And it's just like, Wizards just read the bio and went, yeah, this is what we're looking for. Slapped her into the league. And then it's just like, you guys don't vet shit. And then they just shut it all down. They just shut it all down, threw it off to the side and went, we're bringing back Pro Tour coverage and going to events and stuff. Like, it's hilarious. And between then, they just went, well, actually, we're flattening all the price structures for everything, and everything's just Commander events. You got to pay $100. You got to pay $100 to go and sit in an area and play Commander now. All right, Jones, stay smoke-free, big boy. Get on up out of here. Magus, now the RCQ, yes. But they didn't have that for Arena. They just made a little Pro Tour, and then they went, we'll make another league. That's how you get into the Pro Tour, and we'll just pick those people. Where they're like, shouldn't you do it based on merit and play skill? No! Merit and play skill doesn't get the right faces and names in the boxes for us to show, guys. For us to show. All right? It's a big old ugly man sausage fest. And we don't want that. So you don't get to be a pro Magic player because you're good at the game. You get to be a pro Magic player because you're good for our marketing. Right? That's how they were doing it. Now they've returned it to actually being based on, oh, playing in tournaments and winning them is how you get onto the Pro Tour and stuff? Okay. All right. Magus, can I play at face-to-face games? I could. I could if I went to, like, one of their stores. I met the guy who's in charge of their conventions, actually. I was hanging out with the inventor of Double Strike. He had his own little table or whatever. And at a certain point, the guy running the face-to-face event went to my buddy. He's like, why does your friend look familiar to me? And he told him, oh, he's the magic historian. And then the guy in charge of the event came over and was just like, hey, how's it going? I thought I recognized you. And then we had a nice fucking friendly chat. And I thanked him for taking good care of my buddy, the inventor of Double Strike, and talked about how I was thinking about coming out to an event in the future and having a table on my own kind of thing, and that'd be cool. And he was just like, I was talking about coming in November. He's like, we have an event going on in February. Like, he was totally gung-ho for me to come and hang out. So, yeah, I'm definitely absolutely welcome at face-to-face stuff. Remember the con when they had water and a bag of microwave popcorn for the Lotus level? I do remember that. Casey, you've got to be able to win Magic tournaments to get onto the Pro Tour now. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Chim says, the problem with pros being the face of Magic is hyper-competitive, intelligent players can skew odd and off-putting, especially in the Magic sphere. Magic has always been a game for, like, outsiders and outcasts, so you get a lot of socially awkward fucking weirdos. For real. For real. I know that firsthand. Because they're my people! But we're not all like that, right? Some of us are affable and charismatic, but the majority are fucking weirdos. So yeah, you have a rogue gallery of weirdos. Wizards, like, putting pro players on, like, card inserts and packs is... Who cares? Look at this guy, you know? So, it's, I mean, Wizards is looking at their pro tour going, can we get non-chuds? Like, can we get people who don't look like... Can we get people who don't look like they'd be fogging up the window staring at a mannequin with hard nipples in a department store window? Oh, Johnny, it's the summer of Nadu. It sure is. They knew what they were making. They knew what they were making. Like they didn't know. Like they never made YuGiOh or anything like that, right? Jess, your buddy Dave had his vape stolen in your house. And then you found a different vape in a parking lot, and you're going to give it to him. It's the circle of vape. The circle is complete. So yeah, I mean, I can see from Wizards' marketing perspective, it's like, how marketable are most pro players when you look at them? And you're just like... You're like, is this a picture of a dude who hides in lockers and tugs it, looking at girls through the slits, right? Oh man. I love that they're like, Nadu's not a problem because Ral's even faster. And it's like, oh. Yeah, don't worry. We printed other busted stuff that you need to buy. Oh, the greed is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Shot or dailies might like get you a couple thousand at Golden Arena, but over the years you dread doing dailies. Why? Why would you, like, the thing about Arena is you're playing it to have fun playing Magic, I presume, right? So why aren't you just having fun playing Magic and then getting whatever you get as a side result to that, you know? Like, there's only two versions of dailies. You got your quests, where it's just cast some spells of a particular color. That's never hard to do. And then the other thing is just win games of Magic, which You're playing Magic, so I assume you're playing to win. You're going to win some games. You're going to get some rewards. Like, the problem isn't the dailies. The problem is your mentality. If you turn it into a slog or like a job, or you have to get those resources, like if you sit there and go, I have to play for an hour because I have to get this number of wins to get this gold and whatever, if you're not having fun, then you've just accepted the worst job in the world. Where you're, what do you get paid an hour? 750 digital gold pieces from Wizards of the Coast. Oh, that's what an hour of your time is worth? You know what I mean? Like when I caught myself playing Magic just to hit the goals of winning the resources, but I didn't care about them, that's when I stopped playing. I walked away from it. It was like, I'm not playing this game to play Magic right now. I'm playing it to get stupid digital numbers that don't mean anything. Like, if I'm not actually having fun with the process, why bother? And now they've got starter decks, which are one of the things I play the most because they're half decently, reasonably balanced against each other. So I can have a fun bit of gameplay with that. And anybody's got a chance at it. Also, I have a 250 card green deck. Jess, it's crazy people with 30,000 cards are still buying cards. Like Horse and Carrot, they keep going. Well, you can never have too many Magic cards, bro. Like, I mean, a lot of us have thousands and thousands of Magic cards in boxes on the shelves, right? God, bro, I'm like, do you know how many cards I've gone through as a dude who bought tons of collections and supplied a game store with singles for like a fucking decade? They won't ban Nadu till after the Pro Tour. They won't ban Nadu until they've sold all the Modern Horizons 3 2 fucking years from now. That's how that's going to go. That's how that's going to go. But yeah, it doesn't matter how many cards you have. There's always going to be new ones you want, right? There's always going to, like, I have a whole bunch of cards in the closet. Do you think that means that I don't want to open these magical boosters? You think I don't want to open these? F you! You decided you need the Eldrazi pre-con. Well, don't try and get it through crime. Get it through legitimacy. You don't need to steal cars. Just suck dick behind the fucking game store, bro. Just suck some sad Magic losers dong for the you can get the deck piecemeal, right? Just lurk outside the store, look in the window, and when you see somebody buy on the pre-con, go, yo, are you going to change that deck up and modify it? And they're going to go, yeah, of course I'm going to modify it. I'm going to put all this stuff in. And then you can say, I'll suck your dick for all the cards you're not going to use. I guess you might need to steal one car so you can like blow dudes in the back of it for Magic cards. Brent says, do I have enough Magic cards to personally host a 128-person tournament in any format, even if everyone wants to play duplicate deck lists? Then I don't have enough Magic cards. Crow, you're going to hang out outside the game store? Well, bro, if you've got cards from the Eldrazi pre-con, FU will mouth FU for those cards. You know a guy who sold his car for Magic packs? That's wild. That's wild. Johnny says, prostitutes should target an LGS. Those guys are paying tons for cardboard. The thing is, the type of dudes who play Magic the Gathering, it's not going to work as a prostitute. That's too forward, right? It's too forward, and they're going to be worried about diseases. What you actually have to do if you want to run a grift on Magic players is come across as the girl next door who, if you play your cards right, will let you touch a titty, right? That is the catnip. That's the, I have a chance. Maybe one day she'll agree to a game of strip Magic where, oh, I'm out of clothes, so I've lost all my clothes. What happens now? The next win, I get to stare directly into your butthole. Shim, it's a race between selling your collection to buy a house or building a house out of the cards. If you have enough money in cards to buy a house, you sell the cards, you buy the house. That seems smart. Jess, I think the majority of Magic players don't have massive collections, but you're going to find a higher incidence of people who have tons of cards when you come to places like this, right? We are on YouTube. We are specifically on like a channel dedicated to talking about this game. It's super niche, and a lot of people who play the game don't watch videos about it, don't engage with it in any real way other than I play this with my buddies every once in a while, and sometimes I'll buy a couple of cards online for my deck or something, right? Shelly, rubbing their legs. If you rub the third leg, that's how you open up their money chakra. The quickest way to a dude's wallet is right through his dick. Johnny, I'm just telling how it is, man. Look at the chicks on the internet that are already doing it. They're like, I play Magic. What's your favorite card? Also, I have an OnlyFans. And it's like, they figured it out. They figured out the secret. That these dudes will just be like, I got a chance because she plays Magic like me, man. She's just like me. No, she's an internet whore. You can tell. Because she's got pictures where she's squeezing her fucking tits together and like, oh, daddy, and like, oh, faces and shit. Like, that's a whore who got into Magic because she knows Magic losers are fucking hard up and have good jobs. Yo, you clowns are spending what on cardboard? I play it too. Oh, I love white mana all over my chest. What up, Stormtrooper? Gianna, the same guy gets his chase cards graded and then a month later sells them back for packs. Yeah, there's like, it's like my one buddy spent like over a G on Modern Horizons, which is crazy to me. I said to him, I'm like, you're spending a lot on it. And he's like, I'm having a good time. I was like, cool, whatever. He's talking about all the fucking fetch lands he got out of it. And I said, wait, because this guy's been playing a long time and he keeps his cards. I was like, don't you have play sets of like all the fetch lands? So you have probably multiple play sets. Like, yeah, but these ones are for trading or selling. And I'm just like, but that's way less money than you spent on the stuff to get card. You're excited about getting cards you already have. There's a certain level where it's just like, check it out. I spent $100. What'd you get? I got these. I could sell them for $30. That's -70, asshole. You know? Millmaster, there are a lot of collectors that are basically endorphin chasers and just sell everything back for more gambling. I remember doing pack wars with people. Pack wars, where we both crack a booster pack. Whoever has the better card wins both packs. And so they would, like, you get into pack wars, and it's like, well, I've got, like, people just ask me randomly, I want to do pack wars in, like, the middle of the fucking night. All the game stores are closed. I got a booster pack. I got a booster box. I'll sell you some packs. I'll play pack wars with you just for the hell of it. And then at the end of it, they're trading me all the valuable cards from those packs back to get more packs to do more pack wars. And so it's like, the whole point is that you're supposed to get the good cards. If you give me the good cards, then you're just paying for half the box and I get to keep everything good. Like, fuck yeah, I'll play this pack war game any day, any fucking way you want to, kind of deal. That, like, so I get that. People do that. And it's just like, if that's how you want to do it, cool, whatever, right? Everybody's got different vibes. Blake, you could only find videos of me opening 2 of the MTG 30 packs? Really? Now you got me wondering. Hold on, I'm gonna log in. I definitely opened all 4 packs. I don't know if I opened some on stream and some in videos. If that's what happened. So hold on, let me take a look. It does look like there's only 2. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I definitely opened all 4, but I guess maybe not all 4. Must have done some in streams or something, or they're just named in a way where I can't find it and they are there. I don't know. But looking on the surface, it looks like there's only 2. Johnny, no, not on one fucking box. Are you out of your mind? He bought like multiple. He's crazy. I'll get all the commander decks. I'll get a play box. I'll get a collector box. Like, he went ham. He went ham. Just now that you're old to hang out with friends, you have to play Magic, D&D, or go out to movies or eat. It takes more of a concerted effort, honestly. %99 of packs are worth more unopened. I mean, especially older packs. Especially older ones. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, my friends. Here's where we end off. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Fucking safe travels to you. I'm going down into the waters of doom and despair. I'll see you next time.